seminar, very important seminar. And in this session was very important as well as a very big issues. And I'm very sorry that we are not given sufficient time for many speakers. More than 10 speakers issue, there is some important issues. If I tell there is no problems, I will be biased. Present day and future economic, social and political educational problem and challenges. Definitely there are so many problems as well as challenges. Especially for the economic problems, Professor Raju sir, he highlighted some important issues like government has given many startups, but there is a lot of procedures where they have to give some documents, like they have to pledge some documents where the scheduled caste people are not able to provide it. And there are so many issues raised by many other speakers, like especially in the university system. First thing is for student issues. Even today we are seeing separate hostels for SC/ST. In my view, we should not encourage for that. It should be a mixed, then only we can see some growth. And even today almost all the universities, they have separate hostels for SC/ST. We should not encourage for that. So we should mix, and there should not be any discrimination, because when we make separate hostel and it will be completely neglected, and we have seen and we have visited many hostels. Coming to admissions issues, some candidates raised that issues. Earlier, fellowships were remitted to university account, but now directly they are remitting to the candidates. At the end of the year, students will be asked to pay the fee, and they could not pay the fee, and they have spent for some other purpose, and then it leads to dropout rate. So we are facing this problem in even Karnataka state. Coming to the admissions, see, already we have suffered by this Macaulay education system. Now we have introduced NEP. At least now we should give more fund for education sector, see that it should reach to all. Because like now some of them are not getting fellowship. There are so many issues in that. And for the last 4 or 5 years, UGC has not given notification for fellowships as well as for the INC faculties for projects. And other issues raised by our friends, like in the even social issues, definitely there is a social issues. Even today, untouchability practices is going on. It may be reduced, but it is going on. Caste discrimination is also going on. To eliminate that, they have to change their mindset. One key issue was raised by Raju sir, and even we have seen earlier scheduled caste people were not allowed to hotels. Even if they allowed, separate cups were kept and they have to take and wash those cups and they have to drink the tea. But in some places, police have filed a case and they change their mode, like using the disposable cups. So that shows that still there is the anti-children practice or this caste discrimination is still exists. For that, education is the only way. We have to give education. How we have to give? We have to give strong basic education, especially for scheduled caste. Then only we can see the social, economic, and political changes. Otherwise, it is not possible. And see, we have observed many of them, they are not getting any proper guidance. For example, after 10th standard, even though the candidate has scored a good marks, he could not join the science stream because his parents are uneducated and nobody will guide them and they join some arts faculty and they do some graduation or post-graduation. But again, there we find unemployment problems are more among this scheduled caste population. And coming to all these appointment issues, most of the universities backlog vacancies have not been filled. They give advertisement and they tell that interviews will be conducted, and because of various reasons they could not fill those vacancies. And many times after appointments, please don't think that teachers will not face any problem. Still they are facing. Many of them, they have not been promoted under CAS. It's one. After a long gap, if they get promotion, and they are going to lose so many monetary benefits. For example, if an associate professor become a professor, he will be an expert in selection committee or various committees. He is going to lose all those things. And again, they will not get any, their financial benefit means they won't get arrears. And only after syndicate approvals, from that date they give means they are going to lose a lot of money. So, like this, there are several issues which has to be taken up, this one, and we have to concentrate on the education. That is my humble request, that we should give good education, not only for scheduled caste, for all the communities. Then only we can see the growth in this country. Otherwise, this type of problems will exist and it continues, and just we cannot say that 100% literacy. So if we read or write, we cannot consider him as a good educated. We need good education. Let us stop this Magara system, and we should start with a new concept. And as an anthropologist, many times people used to tell that education should be given by mother tongue, of course, but it should be a multilinguistic education. They should learn mother tongue, English, Hindi, then only they can survive, otherwise they cannot. Because we have seen among the tribal communities, if they do some education in their mother tongue, after that, when they come to high school, they cannot cope up with the other students. So they won't get job opportunity. So language is also very important. One. For that, from first standard itself, if we give with a multilinguistic education, then only we can see they can compete with at national level. So like this, and some of them from Divya from Kerala, she highlighted about the discrimination of like skin color, and she highlighted some important psychological issues, impact, how it impacts on the school children, and they cannot raise their voice. All those, and we have to see some social changes. For that, education is must. And Professor Komal highlighted about the teen